Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I have a different sort of video for you. Normally I'm doing grocery hauls and frugal meal plans and that sort of thing. But here it is, almost the end of October, and I'm finding myself thinking a lot more about Christmas and starting to plan out what I want to give my kids and all of that. So I thought that it would be fun today to share with you guys some of my kids' favorite gifts that I've given them over the years and some of the things that they really enjoy and play with every day. A lot of these things are linked on Amazon, and because Amazon's prices switch up all the time, I can't really say specific prices, but most of these things are under $30. A lot of them are a good bit under $30. Obviously with 5 kids, I'm always trying to find the best deals that I can and not spend too much because Christmas can get pricey really fast. But like I said, these are all things that have stood the test of time with my kids that they really enjoy and that they thought you would enjoy seeing too. So we're gonna just jump right in. I have a bunch of stuff here. I have more stuff that you can't see here in front of me. So we're gonna go through everything, not really in any particular order, but I'm excited to share all of this with you. Okay, so starting off with sort of some stocking stuffers. This came in a pack of 4. I don't know where the other one is. But I actually got these for my kids for a road trip. You can make all sorts of different little shapes with them and stuff. Kind of like transform them, and they're kind of like little fidget things and they spin. I don't know. The kids really enjoyed playing with them. It's just kind of a fun little fidgety type toy. So they were under $10 for the 4 of them. Don't remember the exact price, but those were definitely a hit with my kids on a road trip. So I want to show you those. Also, this, I think this was $5 or $6, came in this little box. But this is just like these little magnetic guys. There you go. This would also be a fun stocking stuffer. Also a fun thing for a trip. All the kids really enjoyed messing with them, but especially the younger kids. They thought that those were fun. Okay, if you have boys or girls, remote control cars are always a hit. This one, we have had 2 versions of this one, and it has held up pretty well. And the fun thing about this kind is, you know, it does all sorts of different flips and everything. It can go inside, outside, and it comes with 2 batteries, 2 rechargeable batteries, so you can be charging one while you're using the other one, which is really nice because, as you know, with remote control cars, the batteries don't always last super long. So, but yeah, we've been happy with this one. I gave this particular one, there's a little hair on it, sorry, to Caleb last Christmas, and it is still working, so that's a good sign. Okay, this was a little set. I think I got it on sale last Black Friday for $10 or less. I would definitely recommend waiting for it to go on sale if it's more than that. It's just a little kit where you make your own little robot. You provide your own can. That's why I have this. This is just what we happen to have. You provide your own can, but you learn how to put like the little wires together and the batteries, and then it moves. It had little arms too. They're just not attached right now. It has little eyes, and it just kind of walks along. It's just a fun like afternoon project if you have a kid who likes to put things together. So this, when I got it on sale, ended up being a great little gift. I love watching the gift guides from Dawn, the Minimal Mom, on YouTube. And a couple years ago, she mentioned the Klutz kits. And I was like, okay, if a minimalist says that these are a good purchase, they probably are. So I got this for Sophie one year, this little mini bake set, and then I got this other one. Let's see if I can grab it. Clay, for clay charms. I think this was last year. Anyways, these were both huge hits with her. Obviously, she still kept the boxes and everything. And yeah, the little clay charms turn out just how they look on here. They're adorable. And she made all sorts of things with this one too. Definitely good quality craft kits. So I definitely recommend those. I also got one of the Klutz kits Lego ones one time for Caleb. That was great too. But I think these ones lasted even longer as far as the quality of everything. I don't know. Anyways, we were very happy with these. Another little craft set that I got Sophie that she was very happy with was a little sewing kit where you could make like 4 or 5 of these little ballerina dolls. So adorable. I think this was for her birthday or maybe Christmas last year. But they already, like, it's very easy for a beginner sewer because it has exactly where you're supposed to stitch. And then it has these little felt pieces that you can just stick on, like for the hair and stuff. Anyways, she really enjoyed making these little dolls, and it was definitely a hit with her. So recommend that little set. As far as like activity books go, we have really enjoyed these paint by sticker books. The boys have a bunch of them done and they are actually pinned up on the wall in their bedroom. It looks like kind of like fun art, but those are a lot of fun. I don't know what the age would be that they say, but my kids anywhere, well, it says 5 and up here. Some of them are really tiny. It might be a little hard for a 5-year-old, but yeah, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I think all those ages would enjoy these. My kids have also really enjoyed these books. It's, you know, highlights, hidden pictures. I feel like we had those when we were little, but this takes it up a notch because it has a bunch of stickers. So you're doing the puzzles and finding stickers to put on them. And then it also has a bunch of pages where you can also color too. So you're not only doing stickers, but there's also coloring pages. Here's one that's already done. You can see there are a couple stickers on there. So those are a lot of fun. Anyone who knows me well knows I'm not a huge game person. Like I'll get into games like once we get going, but I'm not usually the one to suggest playing a game. But we have a couple kids games. These might have also been recommended by Dawn, the Minimal Mom. I've bought several of the things she's recommended for kids. But this is one of my favorite little kid games because it does not take long at all to play. It's for ages 3 to 6. So little kids can play this game. And yeah, you can just play a couple little rounds. It doesn't take long. It's easy for the kids. It's not frustrating. They have several different ones. I like this one best. We also have a food one, I think. But make sure if you're getting it for the little kids that it is the junior. We don't have the regular Guess in 10. I assume that's fun too. But we have really enjoyed the junior. And again, it's a quick, easy game. So even if you're not a game person, you can still play a little game with your kids. And then the other game, Sequence for Kids. This one's also really easy for younger kids. This one says ages 4+. And this one takes a little longer than Guess in 10, but still not that long. And it's not hard for the kids to learn. So this is also one that even I have enjoyed playing with the kids. Okay, I've got a couple Melissa and Doug things here. Sophie wanted to make sure that I showed you guys this because she enjoys the Melissa and Doug reusable stickers. We've had a bunch of different Melissa and Doug sticker things over the years, and the kids have enjoyed all of them. But Sophie in particular has just kept really good care of this. My boys don't really put the stickers back when they have had them, so those never last as long, but she, yeah, has kept it for quite a while now. I want to say a couple of years, and the stickers are still sticky and all of that. So this, I feel like, is a good purchase from Melissa and Doug. And this was gifted to Sophie, I think it was when she turned 5, and she's 9. So we've had this thing for 4.5 years or something like that. You can tell it needs to be cleaned, but we still have almost all the pieces for it. And I have to say, this is, even though we didn't buy it, it was gifted to her. This is definitely worth it. Like some of these Melissa and Doug things are a little pricier. I'm guessing this would be over $30 unless you found a sale. But it's really sturdy. All the nice little ice creams have held up. I mean, as long as you can just not lose them. The kids have just played with this so much, like all of the kids. And like I said, we've had it for almost 5 years. So I definitely would say that this is worth the cost, especially more if you can get it on sale, because it is a toy that's really durable and it's really going to last, and they can play with it with all different scenarios and everything. The most requested gift in our house is Legos. And as you know, they are not the cheapest option. I have one here that I got for Caleb. We usually get rid of most of the boxes because we just literally do not have room for the boxes, but he saved this one. He wanted me to show this one to you guys. And he enjoyed that one. We don't usually get huge sets. I try to spend as little as I can on them, but they are definitely something that my kids play with every single day. They have for years, and they hold up. And so even though we do have a ton of them, and even though I've spent a lot of money on them over the years, I do feel like they are one of those toys that is worth it for the amount of fun that the kids get out of playing with them. Going right along with Legos, we also love Duplos. This is going to be a gift for Danny this Christmas. And the thing I like about getting things that we already have, like Legos or Duplos, is I already know where I'm going to store them. And so I know that this amount of Duplos will fit in our container that we already have designated for Duplos. So I'm not getting a whole new toy that I have to create a whole new storage system for. So that's always nice. The other building toy that gets played with every day around here is Magnetiles. I just have a couple of them here. Ironically, they are all over the floor here in the room where I'm recording. But yeah, these, I think there's several different brands. We have the Magna tiles, but yeah, seriously, these get played with every single day along with the Legos. My kids just love them and they've held up really well. So those are also worth it. And I feel like those almost always go on sale, like around Black Friday or different sale days like that. So definitely worth watching for a sale for those. Those are just awesome. One other building toy that you might not be quite as familiar with is Brain Flakes. And yes, they have all these little pieces, but the kids make all sorts of different things. I don't know what this was, but sometimes they'll have flowers or like whole big machine things or whatever, and they'll play with it. They'll play with these for quite a long time. What I do with these is I keep them in a container. I actually have this old Lego container that I keep them in, but I keep them up on a high shelf so they're stored up there. That way they're not getting mixed in with everything else. And then when the kids want to play with them, we take them down, play with them, and then put them back up high. But yeah, these are also a favorite building toy that are nice to have around. Now, I can't show you all these gifts without talking about books because my kids love getting books for gifts. They get books. They usually will be gifted a book at Christmas and at their birthday, or sometimes a set of books, whatever. They always love those. So I wanted to show you a few of our favorites really quick. These are some that we discovered recently. I gave Lucas this set for his birthday. So this is the first 4. I don't know if there's like 12, no, more than that, maybe like 16 books in the series, I don't know. But I gave him the first 4. This is a really cute series. It's kind of like the boy version of like Sophie Mouse, if you're familiar with those. But they're nice because they have bigger writing, bigger pictures. So they're good for a more early reader to help develop that love of reading. So we have really liked these, and even my older kids enjoy this series. They're like, you need to get more of them, they're really fun. So those were definitely a hit. Also, of course, for early readers, the Piggy and Gerald. You guys are probably familiar with these if you've been around kids. These are a big hit with kids. As you can see, this book has been taped up now. It has been well loved, but this is one that has a bunch of them there. This is the set, book number 1 with a whole bunch of the books, volume 1. This definitely a hit for the little kids who are just starting to read. And just for reference, I mean, look, you have hardly any words on a page, which just makes it really fun and satisfying for little kids to be like, oh, I read a whole book. And yeah, they're sweet stories. And the thing I like is that they don't have crude humor. I don't think any of them that I've read by that author with the Piggy and Gerald have crude humor. So that's a big plus for us. A couple more early reader books. These were Sophie's first chapter books, I think, and she read them a bunch of times. She loved them. They are similar, I guess, in level to the dog books that I showed you, the Good Dog books. Maybe a tiny bit more advanced, a few more words on each page. But anyways, it's just 2 in this series, but she has really enjoyed those over the last couple years. This is also a series that's probably maybe less familiar. It's by a Christian author, Beverly Lewis, but I've slowly gifted Sophia the whole set. This is all of them. They're called Cul-de-sac Kids. These are just fun, pretty easy to read books. And these are also volumes. So this is like, there must be really small books because this is books 1 through 6. Goes all the way up to book 24. Anyways, that is a set that Sophie has enjoyed. For Caleb, my 11-year-old, his first chapter book was The Wild Robot. The cool thing about this book, if you're familiar with it, is it has like 70 or 80 chapters, and the chapters are like a page or 2. Like they're super short, and so it's not at all overwhelming for maybe a slightly reluctant reader. So when he first started reading, this was fun for him, and he read it really fast. I was really impressed because he hadn't really been into chapter books or wanted to read before this. So this really, I feel like, set him off on a love of reading, and he really enjoyed this one. I also recently gifted this one to Caleb. This one I would say is a little higher level. This would probably be middle grade, but he enjoyed this, and my older kids have listened to more of this series like on audiobook. And then of course, you can't forget the classics like Mr. Popper's Penguins or really any Beverly Cleary book. Those are always hits. And while I'm gonna have a lot of these linked on Amazon, my tip for books, especially by Beverly Cleary, is to go to like Half Price Books or the thrift store or anywhere where you can buy used books. You're probably gonna find some by Beverly Cleary. I see them all the time. So definitely check there if you wanna get some of these. Okay, I think that's everything. Oh, one more thing. When we were talking about Legos, I did want to mention, if you already have a bunch of Legos and you're like, okay, what can I get for someone who loves Legos but already has a ton? Lego idea books are always fun. We like this one, the big Lego idea book by Lego. We also like these. It's not actually by Lego, but it's Epic Lego Adventures by Sarah Dees. We own this one, and then we've checked out a couple of these from the library as well. These are really fun, have a lot of great ideas, and like tell you exactly what you need to make different things. So those are both good ideas for Lego lovers if you already have a ton of Legos. Okay, you guys, hopefully that wasn't too overwhelming throwing all these gifts at you, but I just wanted to give you some ideas of things that my kids love that have held up over the past couple years. I'm just starting my Christmas shopping for this year, so if you have any great ideas for me for kids ages 11 all the way down to 2, let me know in the comments. Let me know what your kids or your grandkids like, because I could always use new and good ideas for my kids. Thank you so much for being here, even though this was a different sort of video. I hope it was helpful for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back again soon with more of my regular content, but until then, I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.